Hey everybody, welcome to the weekend. It's Friday.
We are here, guys. Welcome to the weekend.
And welcome to another episode of The Blind Guy.
LaQuita Marie, his wife.
We changed the title of the show.
Oh, okay. Do it again.
And welcome to another episode of A Blind Guy.
His wife, LaQuita Marie.
They're live. Live. This channel, we explore entertainment, career opportunities, and we also explore health and wellness while changing the narrative of what it means to be normal, shifting the focus from people being disabled to being differently able. Every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, we go live at 11:15 a.m. U.S. Eastern Standard Time. I got it in this time.
You know, I was about to say, I'm doing my tech stuff, but I was listening. I was going to correct you.
And we
help you out. You know what I mean? Because correcting doesn't even work.
Right, it doesn't. But yeah. So with that being said, every Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, join us at 11:15 a.m. U.S. Eastern Standard Time for fabulous fun and entertaining and engaging conversations with special people that we met over the course of our life. We always have a great time, but part of our great time keeping us going is this coffee.
Hey.
So if you don't want to see us on the broadcast, it's gonna be like, welcome to
broken down and tired.
they can do what?
Well, you can always support these productions, guys, by buying us a coffee. Scrolling right there at the bottom of the screen of www.buymeacoffee.com/blind guy. His wife. So this is it. This is what the page looks like.
It's a one-time donation.
Yeah, that means if you like what you see, you'd like to support, you don't have to be a member. You're like, wow, that was great. Why don't you just buy them a coffee? You can choose how many coffees you'd like to buy, 1, 3, or 5. And then you can also type in your own number. Let's put in 25 coffees. Yeah. You can say something nice. And then it tells you how much. That would be $125 of support, but I cannot buy myself a coffee, Corey, because this is my page.
All donations go to our parent company, Oxen Pine Edutainment Incorporated, which is a 501c3 nonprofit. So you can get a tax write-off if you so desire for your contributions to our organization.
Yeah, so we definitely thank you guys for all of you that have supported us. You have been showing up and showing out with the support. We love it. Thank you. If you're watching this on the replay, share this with someone else so they can also gain the value.
As you come into the broadcast, make sure you tear up that like button, blow it up, smash it, and make sure you, if you're not subscribed, subscribe and share the content with other people.
Who's on the show today? Speaking of other people,
every time we have an episode, we have great guests, and we a lot of times start off with a word on the street. Today's word on the street is African fly. It is brought to us by the Balanta babies. So we're going to bring them in to say a quick hello before we get started.
All right, let's say hello to the Balanta baby.
Say Aquaba.
Aquaba. Hey,
Aquaba means welcome in the tree language of Ghana, West Africa. So Aquaba to you as well.
Guys, we are looking forward to seeing you soon. I see you've got a lot of great products, so we'll keep it a secret. We'll see you soon, guys.
And today we are going to meet Dr. Jaye, but we're not playing basketball. We're talking about a family member of mine. She is my cousin. I'm going to call her Dr. Cuzzo. But Dr. Cuzzo, to me.
Why not just Dr. Cuz?
I like Cuzzo better. But Doctor, I've been knowing her since she was a baby.
She's an animal doctor.
She's an animal doctor. She's a veterinarian.
No. When you say animal doctor, you got to say like she's a dietitian. She's a surgeon. She's an anesthesiologist.
She's a transformer of animal doctors. She does it all. Now, her name is none other than Dr. Briana Jaye.
Hey there.
Hi, guys.
All right.
We are super excited to hear about how we can take care of our pets. You've been practicing for a while now, and we're excited. Are you excited?
I am. I'm super excited to talk about it.
I will also get to see her talk about how to give CPR to a dog, so you don't want to miss that.
Okay, let's keep that a secret. Corey, let's welcome our guest today because, we've got so much planned. Of course, we've got a plant-based treat as well, but we've got Philip Aldo Jr. saying, good morning, all.
PWJ, good morning, Philip.
We also have greetings to my favorite family.
Super No.
Hey, there's Sonovia. She's saying hello to everybody. El Waldo is saying good morning and happy Friday. Yes.
L Dub in the house.
Thank you for that. Welcome to the weekend. Kai Henry, good morning to you.
Hey, Kai, good morning to you. The birds are chirping. Caw. Okay. That was old.
Aloha, says David Hunt.
Aloha to you, Melakalikimaka.
Yes, David Hunt is a vocalist. Thank you for not singing, Corey. We'll let David do the talking.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Corey, let's get on to our word on the street because I'm excited about this today. I've got some of their products right here in hand. Just came in the mail yesterday. My kids were, working on it. So let's do it.
All right. We have a special guest today bringing us the word on the street. It is the Balanta baby. So now it's time for today's word on the street.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, Aquaba. What's today's word on the street, Balanta babies?
The word on the street is African flag. That means when you create your creativity to make something for us.
Creation, being creative, making creative things that are specific to Africans, African Americans, Africans throughout the diaspora.
So wait, you're saying African fly means all of that?
It means all of that.
So wait a minute, you got some African fly stuff. Tell us about what you got.
Okay, go ahead, say some Valentine card.
This is a Valentine card my mom made. It says, Happy Valentine's Day, my queen. Queen, queen, queen. Did I tell you I love you today? You, my heart and soul.
Now this is a surprise.
Laminated canvas.
Oh!
And this another one. This
Nice.
says, the one who protects, encourages, and always supports me. I love you. It's empire building season, my king. Black love matter.
Oh, wow.
This says no one protects the bed better. And if you guys want your dogs on the puzzle, my mom can make if you guys give her the pictures for your dogs or any pets you have, she can make pictures of it.
And make it into a puzzle.
So these are so wait a minute. Let me ask you a quick question. This is I see something good. Okay, so wait a minute. I saw some dogs on the puzzle. We have a veterinarian here today. That means that if we go to your mom's shop, WeBuyBlack.com, I'm going to make sure we drop that into the chat. We can order these puzzles. We can just Be Queens Creative is on WeBuyBlack.com. You can order these things. Like, you can just go on and order and you don't have to chit chat back and forth. It's right there. So this is what the site looks like, guys. We'll drop it into the chat. So tell me about what I see now, because I know we can send our picture of our animal, our pet, and you can create a puzzle, you can create a shirt. That's great for people that have animals that have passed on or that are still here, their best friends. So what's the picture? I see something good. Oh my goodness.
So that we made this for y'all, for inviting us on y'all show all the time, plugging us, support Black people. So congratulations, y'all.
Thank you. Oh my goodness.
Bye there.
Thank you.
This is also a laminated canvas. So this is representing our tribes. So we're from Balanta and Mandinka. And then it says stolen from Africa in the middle. That's us. And then we have our flags on the side. So we got Guinea-Bissau and Senegal.
Wow. So basically, if you have your African ancestry DNA, we can send that certificate to you. You can frame it for us. You can put it on a puzzle. You can even put it on a shirt. But thank you guys for that 1,000 subscribers gift. And so we'll make sure we hang that up in our studio. And so we can get all of these things by just browsing on your site. I put the link to the site in the chat. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. Did you want to tell us anything else before you go?
So just thank y'all for having us on the show.
Thank y'all for having us on the show.
Thank you, Madase Pa. Thank you very much.
Yeah, well, you know what? Just so you know, guys, Philip Waldo Jr. said, welcome, Balanta babies. And Honeycomb 368 said, peace and blessings, family. People are really enjoying you all. Cecil and Sonia Brown says, good morning, everyone. So everyone is loving you guys this morning. And thank you so much for the congratulations on 1,000 subscribers, Honeycomb 368. thanks to WeBuyBlack.com /B Queens Creations, we will be able to have that hanging up in the studio soon and very soon. Oh, a Quava Tagana puzzle. You know, they got a lot of stuff on their site, Melanin Poppin'. All right, guys, we are going to see you soon. We appreciate you coming through. Thank you.
Thank y'all. Say bye.
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 Wow, this
that
has
was
been
African fly right there.
African fly.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. And with all the surprises.
Right.
I didn't expect that.
Yeah. So again, if you got images of people or your pets that you want to put on a puzzle or a shirt, don't forget Balanta Queen, the Balanta babies. You saw them here first.
Now, of course, we're talking about your animals and how you can bring those on to life with the Balanta babies, because we have KH saying, good morning. Looking forward to hearing from Dr. Briana Jaye and potentially life-saving CPR for Jazz. Because Jazz,
wow.
I know, Jazz is a dog, is a family pet, right?
Right. Okay.
So tell us about this, what our guest is going to be doing today, Corey, because you know we got family in the house. Good morning from your cousin, Clarence Staten.
Hey, Clarence in the house. All right. Yeah, today is a very special guest. We've had some great family members on. If you watched that Wednesday's episode, my cousin Crystal was there. She's a chiropractor. But today I have another cousin that's on board today. She is a veterinarian, and like she said, she's a transformer in the veterinarian world. She can transform from an oncologist to a surgeon to an anesthesiologist, from an anesthesiologist to an obstetrician to a dietitian. She can do it
X-ray
all.
tech, radiologist.
X-ray tech, radiologist. She can do it all. She is none other than my cousin, Dr. Briana Jaye, today's featured guest.
That was a lovely intro. Thank you.
Hey, Dr. Jaye, Dr. Cuzzo, how you doing this morning? Now, I'm going to start off with a funny story to kind of get everybody into the groove. Now, Briana is a veterinarian. She works with animals. But when Briana was younger, she was afraid of animals. There was a time her dad was into hunting, her granddad was into hunting, and he got a deer, and the deer was.
I thought he was still into hunting.
He is, but he's gotten older now, so he doesn't do his grocery shopping in the woods anymore as much as he used to. But he actually had a deer that was hanging suspended by a rope and pulley from the shed, and then Briana went to rescue.
So
the
wait,
deer.
this deer is just the deer head, like what?
No, it was like the full buck.
Oh.
Yeah. So she was rescuing the deer because Santa Claus needed his reindeer to fly. So she called herself rescuing the deer, her brother Dimitri, and the deer fell down, and Briana became an instant track star.
Oh, wow! So she's been a track star.
I wanted to save the deer, but like you said, I was afraid of animals. So once it fell, I ran.
So how did you get started? What got you on your track to want to not becoming afraid of animals and want to become a vet?
Yeah, because to go from being afraid of animals to where you are now, you know, a lot of people want to know. Of course, we've got people here. Robin Barton says, sounds like a Staten family reunion. She's glad to be invited. Hey there, Robin. Robin dropped an album with us, you guys, a few years ago. I'm just going to plug Robin real quick. You know, our Safari CD. Boom! She was in the studio. For
animals.
Yeah, all those animals. We also have my thoughts on everything. He's all the way from the Netherlands. He's headed to Ghana.
About to launch a ketchup line. Put it on everything.
He says, greetings, fam. We also have Tracy Cromell saying, hey, hello, Dr. B. So everybody is loving this. What a lovely smile, William Allen says. That's hilarious that she used to be afraid of animals and became a vet. So tell us, how did you transform?
So it started off with a feral cat colony in my grandparents' yard. I was waiting for the bus one day, and there was a little kitten that had her head stuck in a Chef Boral decan, and I knew she was suffocating. So I didn't want to touch her, but I just pulled the can off her head, and I swear she looked at me with these eyes that said, thank you so much. And so I was like, okay, I want to do this all the time. I want to save animals. So I worked with that feral cat colony to get over my fear. It was very slow, but here I am.
So I want to hear more about, you say feral cat colony. Now, I'm going to share a picture here of a cat. Now, this particular cat, it looks like, you know, he's not feral. He's got folks helping and taking care of him, loving him, because you're actually doing a surgery. But the identity, like Corey, there's a cartoon face. So back then, you know, we could show cats in the yard. What's going on with this particular cat? Why don't we see his face?
So animals also have HIPAA laws protecting them. So if I want to show anything, I have to have the parents' permission, and they have to sign saying it's okay.
Right. So that's the reason why this little dog here, as he's getting therapy, I see you standing in the back. This is the reason why we don't see his face. He's getting rehab, right?
Correct. So this one, she had surgery, and just like people, they also need to go through strict rest and therapy in order to regain function of their limbs. So I got to work with this dog for a little bit and help her with the obstacle course, and that's us taking her through that obstacle and trying to get her feet where they need to be.
Okay, so speaking of surgery, I see you here with a pig, but you're here with your first surgical group, right?
Yep. Second year of vet school. We got to learn how to do surgeries, and that is my first group, and they helped me out so much. I'm so thankful for their support, but we got to learn how to assist. One of us was assistant while the other one was surgeon, and then the other one was anesthesiologist. So we just rotated.
Nice. And so this is cool because you know what, Corey, speaking of you know, saving jazz, giving life-saving techniques, this is where you're like being trained to give CPR on and so of course this is a stuffed animal. That's why we can see his face. I see one person with the bag, so they're pumping the bag to get breaths, and you're doing compressions. You actually learned that as part of your training, huh?
Exactly. Yep. That's my best friend, Alicia. She was learning how to intubate. So taking the ET tube and getting it into the trachea and giving the life-saving breaths while I was working on doing chest compressions. And then we switch.
Nice. Just like in real life. Then you switch.
There was no mouth to mouth on that then.
There is no mouth to mouth. If it's just one person doing CPR and you don't stop, your focus is trying to get the blood circulating.
Got it.
So just like with people, your main focus is the heart, the chest compressions.
Exactly.
You know, this is so cool to see you with so many different animals in the pictures because, you know, Philip Waldo Jr. says, welcome, Dr. Not Afraid Anymore. Because, you know, to go from being completely afraid and we see you with these animals, this is awesome. You know, Valanta Queen, we just saw all of her creations. She says, Aquaba fam, hit that like button. So don't forget, everybody, hit the thumbs up if you have not. Elizabeth has come to us all the way from somewhere in the world. We think
Where in the world is Elizabeth?
We think she's in Ghana. We don't know. She travels so much and she has so many businesses. She's amazing. Elizabeth is her channel. You know, I wonder if she has any pets. We've also got to ask Donnie Goes In because he's a firefighter. He's saying hello to everybody.
Donnie probably has a Dalmatian somewhere as a firefighter.
Yeah, you know, let us know, Donnie. So let us know, Briana, you know, as far as all of this, I saw you with your surgeons. How many pets do you have? Do you have your own pets? Do you just take care of pets at the hospital? Tell us about that.
I have 2 dogs and 2 cats right now. One of them, she's sitting right here beside me. She's always under me. The other one's off playing, and the 2 cats are somewhere sitting in the sun.
Oh, so right. And so I want to share, speaking of pets, I want to share a video, you already know, of your pet. What was she doing in this video? She wasn't getting surgery. Explain to us what we're about to see.
So Zodiac needed to get his teeth cleaned, but you always want to make sure your pets are okay to go under anesthesia, so we recommend blood work. So that's what he was getting, and we were also going to look at his urine to make sure his kidneys were doing what they needed to do. He does not like the vet at all. He does not like it. He gets very upset. And so that's what you're about to see.
Does he know his mama is a vet? Like, this is...
He does.
All right, so let's see and hear what's going on. I'm gonna play this.
We're also gonna share the audio so that you can hear it too.
Yes. Oh, now there's a message saying an error occurred. Please try again. All right, we'll try it again. So, Corey, while I try it again.
Briana, you've done some travel to prepare as part of your veterinarian studies, and where did you travel?
In undergrad, I went to Poland to study biotechnology. It was amazing, and that really got my love of research going. So I did quite a bit of research afterwards, and I did it in vet school as well.
Okay, and I know another thing that you've done. We have plenty of photos we want to share of you working doing veterinarian work with cows, X-rays on horses. So, do you regularly work with large animals, or do you have a certain size or population of animals that you work with?
Yeah, because I was flipping through the pictures, Corey, and I was showing her doing a nose X-ray on a horse.
You gotta show the one about the cow.
I don't think I had that one up. So let's see if we can, kind of show that one. I definitely want to share her own pet at the vet,
Right.
just misbehaving. Just so you know, Corey, Donnie goes in and says DC does not have dogs. They don't have dogs in the firehouses. He's heard that other places that allow them. Thanks so much, Blooming Woman, for saying, hey, everybody, guys, Corey's phone, look at this. Corey's phone talks when it rings because he can't see, of course, and then it has the nerve to be scam likely, interrupting our broadcast. You see how these people do? All right. So Blooming Woman is reminding everybody to hit the like button. This is great content. Thank you, Blooming Woman. Blooming Woman. I don't know if anybody else has pets. Let's see what Briana's pet, what we call her, Dr. Jaye. Let's see what Dr. Jaye's pet is doing in this video, trying to get an ultrasound, a bladder ultrasound. Can you see that okay, Dr. Jaye?
I can, yep.
All right, let's see if we can see and hear it. That looks like a feral cat.
Most of my patients are not like that. They are very calm when it comes to getting ultrasounds done. They may be scared, but my cat is he's a little crazy when it comes to the vet.
Now, Briana, I got to get on you on this one, though. You could just give the cat some water and let him pee. You do it. Out of Black Panthers, did you think we would forget? Matter of
Tracy is asking about a dog, because for some reason, Blooming Woman thought that was all so sweet. But the way that cat was lashing out, I don't know. So Tracy wants to know, considering getting a dog, what's a good one to start with? Because, like you just mentioned, oral health, all of these things are important. Are we supposed to brush our cat and our dog's teeth?
Yep, I brush my animal's teeth. I try to do it at least every week. I don't always get to, but just like our teeth, it's very important to brush daily. Getting a dog, it's very personal and dependent on the person. I like lazy dogs that will like to sit on the couch with me. So older animals.
Sounds like somebody.
My dogs are trying to play.
Yeah, there's a puppy right there. Or not a puppy. That dog is like 15 years old, right?
Yep, she's 15, my little Cinny Minnie. So she would be a great dog for me because I like little dogs. Some people need high energy dogs while they go running with them or swimming. So it's really, really dependent. For my Aunt Tracy, I think a little small dog like this one would be good for her.
Yeah,
that's a trick. I heard he sang a good song. I heard he had a dog.
Tracy says this is a big step. Does Tracy not like animals? Or is not?
No.
Oh. Well, B says you're doing awesome. Keep up the good work. Continue to mentor the youth. And so she's also loud. Tracy's also laughing.
Speaking of mentoring the youth, what is the African American presence in this field of veterinary studies? Can you talk about that?
It's very small. There are not that many, there weren't that many African American students in my class. I was one of two. And I do believe I sent in a picture about all 4 classes, how many African American students there are. I didn't have that many African American professors, but Dr. Gartrell, she's my mentor for life. I met her my first year at NC State, and she has seeing her and knowing what I could become influenced me so much. I am so incredibly grateful for her. And I think it's really important to get it out there that this is a profession that African Americans can go into.
So what I'll do right now then is I'm just going to share that picture of what you're saying is this is 4 classes and the professors from your school, but it's just the African American ones, right?
So at this time, you want to get Philip and LaQuita to count the people.
Anyways, just so you know, Corey, XDMC says, one love, family, Black excellence, Dr. Jaye, my anytime. I've been called the dog. I'm gonna tell Karen.
Now XDMC, he does movie production and commercial production, so. But only if Karen doesn't beat him up.
You know what? Well, just so you know, Corey, Honeycomb 368 says your dog is adorable and looks like my dog. Snowy. Oh, well, everybody knows this. Just in case you didn't know, Corey, Vicky V is mommy.
Yeah, I knew who it was. I knew Vicky.
Right. Milton is in the house. I don't know. I don't think Milton. I thought Milton is mom had a dog or cat.
I'm not sure, but Milton said he ain't fitting to get no pet if he don't have one. That's not his business. Milton's from Tennessee, so men can understand that country grammar.
Right. Well, you know, William Allen is saying hello from France, and if anybody's interested in becoming a veterinarian, what are some skills to perfect? So you can answer that question while I pull up this picture of all 4 classes.
Taking cans off of cats' heads. That's where you start.
So we got all 4 classes and the
yeah, that's all 4
right
classes.
in the center is your
The 3 in the middle, those are the 3 professors.
Right, these 3.
Mm-hmm.
But wow, and it's only 15 people total, which means these are 12 African American students.
Out of 4 classes.
Out of 4 classes,
3 students for each class. So yeah, and the question was, what skills do they need to work on in order to, if they want to start thinking about, or where can they start to prep if they want to consider a career in veterinary science?
Yeah, Milton says it's a great profession for young African Americans.
That was a great question. So really, I would work on your study habits because vet school is extremely hard. I would also volunteer at a vet clinic, if not work as a technician, to start learning the skills and getting hands-on experience, start learning the medications, because that's very, very difficult. There's so many that you can use for certain species. I think really vet school, I had to learn all kinds of study habits and try to. Yep, and that skill too, you need to be able to rectally palpate cows and horses.
Right, like, oh my goodness, yeah, you're a surgeon. Yeah, so there she's rectally palpating a cow. Here she
Look at the face, everybody, look at the face.
Right. Her face over here is like pure disgust, like, no, but, you know, this is not for the faint of heart. There she is doing surgery, doing a spay or a neuter on a cat, and then she, of course, had to train. This picture here is where you're with your surgeons, but then you also had to speak at a conference because they felt like your presentation was wonderful enough to select to just not have it presented, but to be presented with you speaking to the group. How did that feel?
Oh, it was nerve-wracking. It was an amazing experience, though. I worked with Dr. Serno on research on biofilms, and it was a lot of work, but I really, really did enjoy research. And so I was very blessed to be able to speak at that conference about what we've been doing.
Yeah, and then of course, Corey, she's here clipping the toenails, smiling with headphones on because the squeals of the are so loud. And so
what she's doing. She's gonna make some pig feet, y'all. She's actually doing the hooves of the pig, and like you said, the headphones are noise cancellation. So
this is a horse, and everybody's identity is to protect it. I just think it's so interesting that animals have HIPAA laws for protection. They're getting the nose X-ray.
Do hippos have HIPAA laws?
Ha ha. Well, everybody is just loving this because El Waldo says that their dog's birthday is tomorrow. She'll be 14. She's a Panamanian. She never liked to get her teeth or coat brushed. So just let us know like how we should take care of our pets. You say brush their teeth, but what about diet? I know that what we feed them, from what you're saying, we have a lot of issues with heart disease and cancer because they're not given grains, and they should be given grains. Is that right?
That's correct. So one of the marketing things going around is grain-free diets, and they actually have been linked to heart disease in a lot of our patients. We're seeing it in cats that don't normally get what's called dilated cardiomyopathy. So they're starting to get those, and it's linked to the grain-free diet. Not sure what it is. They're trying to figure out what exactly is causing it, but there is a very strong correlation. So it's one of my passions is also nutrition, because there's so much misinformation out there.
That's a good one, because speaking of treating people and treating whoever, Philip Waldo Jr. says, Dr. Jaye, how did you treat Corey? He also says that's a very interesting career path, doctor.
We got to talk about that picture of that cow. That was actually Philip was working on.
So, speaking of diet, it being very important, when you say there's a lot of marketing around grain-free diet, it basically means they're trying to say, feed your animals meat, They're canines, give them meat, and that's not what we should do.
Exactly. There are a lot of differences in the genetic makeup between our doggy friends and the wolves. So they're no longer the exact same animal when it comes to their dietary needs. And so they do need grains. They need the protein in the meat. That's very important as well. But they need something about their diet. They need grains.
Got it. So here's a question then. I'm feeding my baby, this is LaShawna Brooks. I'm feeding my fur baby Blue Buffalo. So that one isn't good?
That's not one of the brands I recommend.
Okay. Give us some recommendations, because that way, instead of saying nope, you can just tell us what we can do for our animals, because people love their pets.
Oh, yeah, I know. So my recommendations, most times, the brands that have veterinary nutritionalists on staff. This is not me. I have to do a disclaimer. I'm not paid by anyone to market these brands. I feed my animals Hill Science. It's one of the brands that I do like. I also like Royal Canin, Purina Pro Plan. Anything with low ash content is really good.
So when you say Hill Science dog food, what was the second one after that?
Royal Canin.
Royal Canin. And how do you spell that, so that people, when they look it up, they'll be able to find it? Royal, Royal, and then the second word is CANIN. Oh, okay. Royal Canin dog food. And you know what? The dog lovers or the pet owners, because they're in those sections all the time with the animal foods, they will probably see that. And, I'm with Philip Waldo Jr. People of color used to feed their dogs leftovers. So,
Yes, they did, but that leads to pancreatitis. So a lot of steak is not good for your dogs.
Got it. Well, Team Mandala says, interesting. First time to watch. Welcome.
Thank you for joining us.
And unfortunately, he has to go. We'll watch later at work now. And we do want you to
make sure you subscribe.
Yeah, keep up the good work. Team Mandala says, keep up the good work. There's a lot of encouragement here. We really enjoyed you today.
So Trish, make sure that you get Philip the Royal Canin and Hillside, his digestive tract.
Hillside?
I thought you said Hillside.
What's it called?
Hill Science.
Hill Science.
Hill Science. Get in there. You know what I meant.
All right. So this has been great. Speaking of plant-based goodness, our plant-based treat today is actually a bangin' brown rice that's great for people because it does have in it
garlic and onions.
Garlic and onions.
And you said, Briana, that's not good for animals.
Nope. Garlic. Nope. Animals cannot have garlic and onions. It's very toxic to them. It can kill them. So please do not feed it to your animals.
Right. So don't feed the garlic and the onions. But what about the rice and the spinach? Because those are in this ingredients too. Those are a part of this recipe.
So the rice is fine. When my clients tell me that their dogs have been vomiting, we do boiled chicken and rice diet to ease their tummies. So fine.
And what about spinach? Have you heard that that's either good or bad, or should we leave it alone for now?
I would just leave it alone. It's not one of the things that I recommend. I recommend green beans or carrots as treats, not so much spinach.
Got it. Green beans and carrots as treats. So should we cook them so that the dog? They like it raw.
Mm-hmm.
Frozen.
Helps to clean the teeth too, right?
It can help. It does not take the place of teeth brushing and getting your yearly dentals, but it can help.
Got it. And of course, LaQuita Marie, remember to brush Corey's coat. You already know who it is. We've had so much fun with you today, Dr. Jaye.
And we're going to put you backstage. Don't leave because we want to talk to you after the broadcast is over. But everybody, some thumbs up and hand claps in the comments, please.
Yes, thank you so much. This has really been a lot of fun. We've learned a lot. And hey, a veterinarian, that we can call on whenever we have questions. So we've got.
Whenever Philip gets sick, we know who to call.
I'm just laughing at you talking about brushing your coat. All right, we'll see you soon, Dr. Jaye.
Hang out backstage for us.
Go ahead, Corey.
And now it's time for Chef LaQuita Marie's plant-based treat.
Bangin' brown rice.
I'm gonna get the rice started. I've got a couple of onions and some spinach.
Chop the onions into medium-sized pieces.
Onions are full of antioxidants, including quercetin, a powerful anti-inflammatory compound.
Onions can lower blood sugar and cholesterol and can improve bone density.
Add onions, spinach, 2 cups of rice, and 4 cups of water.
Dark leafy greens like spinach are important for skin, hair, and bone health. They provide protein, iron, vitamins, and minerals.
Cover with the lid, cook for 30 minutes on medium-high. Add 2 teaspoons of seasoning salt.
Serve it up. Let's eat.
Let me know what it's like. Yeah, you need to blow it.
It's so good.
So, do you taste the spinach?
Mm-mm.
Do you taste the onions? Okay.
I don't even need plain bowl rice.
Coco, somebody else has to try it.
Yeah, Coco, I haven't tried it yet.
Okay, you try it. I'm putting this with those black eyed peas.
Okay. No.
How is it?
The rice was good, but when you put it with the black-eyed peas, it was delicious.
All right, now that's a grain dish that's great, but again,
great for people, not for your pets.
Remember, before you shovel leftovers to your animal, you can give them rice, but make sure you don't have any garlic.
Rice, frozen green beans, frozen carrots. Check with your local veterinarian. I'm sure there's lots of information. KH says she learned a lot to help Jazz. Thanks, Dr. Briana Jaye. We got Candy Staten giving a thumbs up. Philip Waldo saying, thanks, Doc. B saying, thank you. Everyone really enjoyed this. Shonda Brooks says, thanks, Dr. Jaye. Hope you have her back on the show. You know what? We'll have to do a part 2.
Have to get her back on the show. That's definitely a plus. We want to thank you guys for being here on this episode of The Blind Guy.
His wife.
Their Life Live. Join us every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at 11:15 U.S. Eastern Standard Time for great content and great fun with our people. Remember, go to www.buymeacoffee.com.
It's at the bottom of the screen.
Blind Guy, his wife, if you want to support by buying us a coffee. And And we normally say goodbye by saying deuces, but today, since we had a vet on, we're going to say atomic dog. Hot dog. Wow, wow, you be Jaye. Deuces.